Hello everyone. Uh, so I can see some of the participants have already joined. Uh, am I audible? Please let us know if we are audible. Yes. So, okay, so if someone from the chat can confirm if we are audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Okay, so good evening everyone. So today we are going to give a brief orientation about the program that we have specially designed for preparation for MA Clinical Psychology entrance. So let's give let me give a brief introduction about myself. So my name is Diksha, and currently I am a final year MPhil trainee at IHBAS, and my course is soon going to be over this month itself. And I have done my master's from Delhi University and my bachelor's from Calcutta University. So I have joined this course in the year 2024, and Ajanya is my colleague here.
Hi everyone, my name is Ajanya. I'm also an MPhil trainee at IHBAS, passing out in the next month. And I have done my master's in applied psychology from University of Calicut and bachelor's in psychology from St. Joseph's College, Devagiri, Kerala. So yeah, that's about us. We'll move on to the topic.
So we know that there have been little bit changes, and it often confuses us. Like currently, what is the structure? So
So before start going into the topic, uh, can we know who all are here,
like, what are you currently pursuing?
either working or studying?
You can
You can either unmute and say or
you can just
comment in the chat box.
yes.
Hi, my name is Sonali. So currently, I'm working as a behavior therapist. I graduated from masters in 2025 from LPU. Um, yeah, I've been working for about 7 months. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's about it.
Okay, so you have completed your masters, or you are in fourth? Oh,
No, I completed it in 2025.
okay, okay, okay. So we can see some chats. Okay, so, okay. So I think we basically are aware that now we have a two option to go about, like how can we get into this course. So first of all, we need to have the option one is like we need to have a 4-year degree, bachelor degree course, either BA or BSc. Or if we do not have that, then we can have a 3-year degree course plus a bridge course, which can include a full year 2 degree master course, or some university also provide 1-year course as a diploma. And after that we are actually eligible for MA clinical psychology program. So most of the institution which currently they are providing like MPhil in clinical psychology, but as but once the course will be approved, they will also going to be change, the degree is going to be changed into MA Clinical Psychology. And there are numerous other colleges which has already started taking admission with respect to the new course as provided by RCI. Uh, Ajanya will now will give you a brief introduction about the institution and overall exam pattern that we see in this uh, sort of an entrance exam, be it MPhil or MA Clinical Psychology.
Hi everyone. So I'm assuming everyone here are either completed masters or doing their masters or working. So the institutes, some of you might know about the institutes, major institutes that provide MPhil clinical psychology, and there are many government institutions and private institutes. So yeah, we are going to talk about some of the major institutes. So first of all, we know the exam that is upcoming for the NIMHANS. NIMHANS is in Bangalore, and it have a seat of 32 seats, and it have a stipend of 25,000. It provides a stipend of 25,000, and yeah. Then some of the other major institutes are CAP Ranchi and IHBAS Delhi, and in Kerala there is NIMHANS, and in Kolkata there is University of Kolkata, and RML in Delhi, and NFSU is there in Delhi and Gujarat, and RINPAS is there in Ranchi, and Chandigarh, and GMCH Chandigarh. So these are some of the major institutes that provide the course of MPhil Clinical Psychology. And as of now, they were providing the course as MPhil Clinical Psychology in the name of MPhil Clinical Psychology. And now the RCI has changed the name into MA Clinical Psychology, and many institutes have changed their name or have introduced the course in MA Clinical Psychology. But NIMHANS now have still, still haven't changed the name, or now the exam is declared in the name of MPhil Clinical Psychology only. So, like I said before, there are many private institutes and government institutes. So, we are mostly going to talk about the government institutes. Yeah, for the for the institutes, many institutes do provide stipend, and many institutes don't. In that, um, NIMHANS, CAP Ranchi, and IHBAS, and some other institutes that provide 25,000 stipend are RINPAS and uh, King George, Lucknow. All of these institute provide the stipend, and some of the seats have changed. Number of seats have changed now. For example, in IHBAS here, the number of seats were 11 before, and now it is increased up to 24. And NIMHANS, as I have mentioned, it is 32 as of now, and CAP have a seat of 21. And these are the major institutes that have a greater number of seats. Some other institutes like RML Delhi, Tejpur, IMHANS, RINPAS all have a number of seats from 8 to 12 or 8 to 15. So yeah, that is all about the institutes. And next is entrance examination. So here we are going to discuss about the exam pattern and the marking system and the syllabus. So the exam pattern mainly follows a MCQ type. There is either MCQ type and the interview, or only MCQ types, and then there is descriptive type questions also, and then there is descriptive and interview. So most of the institute follows the MCQ type pattern. Institutes like NIMHANS, IHBAS, and Manipal all have the only have the examination, the MCQ type, and then the counseling will be there. And some institutes have MCQs exam plus interview, and some have descriptive type exam, like University of Calcutta. It follows a descriptive type exam plus interview. So that's that's it about the examination pattern. And the next one is uh, marking system also varies in different institutions. So mainly it is 1.5 hour exam, and the questions would be of 100 or 120. It also depends on the institutes. Some of the institute have negative marking system and some doesn't have. So some of the institute that follows a negative marking system is um, Manipal Institute, NIMHANS have a negative marking of 0.25 marks for one question, and the CAP Ranchi also have the same pattern. And some of the sorry, these yeah, some of the institute doesn't have a negative marking. Those are the Institute of Psychiatry in Kolkata and King's George Institute in Lucknow, GMCH in Chandigarh, DMCH in Ludhiana. All of these institutes doesn't have a negative marking system, so you can attempt all the questions. When there is a negative marking system, you need to be cautious while attempting the questions. Yeah, this is about the marks, and then comes the syllabus. Maybe many of you might know that there is no such um, syllabus, exact syllabus, or RCI haven't provided any syllabus for the entrance examination. So some of the institute have their own syllabus and some doesn't have. Like I said, um, in IHBAS we have a marking distribution for different subjects, and NIMHANS also follows something like the same. And it is so important that we check the annexure and check the website of the institute if they follows any mark distribution, or follows any syllabus pattern or not, because some institute doesn't have a syllabus. In that case, we can go with the um, net syllabus. So most of the institute MPhil entrance examination follows a net syllabus pattern along with the abnormal psychology and clinical psychology. I would say here comes a need for a coaching, or something, preparation in an organized and structured way, because uh, it is it is so much of doubts, and where do we start, what are the things we need to go through, what kind of questions we need to go through, since it doesn't have a uniform pattern. And many of the institutes, you might know, that doesn't publish the questions after the exam. So for many institutes, the exam questions are also not available. So to find out all these things, to find the proper structured way itself is a task. So like I can see that many of you have commented that you are working for many years, or you are doing something else, or even doing masters. So along with all these things, you might not be able to follow or make a structure. So that is why we need to focus on a coaching or anything that is structured. Yeah, this is all about the syllabus. So next is managing exam anxiety. Many of you have attempted previous year exams, MPhil entrance exams. Many of you might be doing it for the first time. So, irrespective of this, you might be experiencing in exam anxiety, because the seats are very less and the competition is so high. So, and the RCI is also keep changing the pattern, keep changing the name, or something or the other thing is changing, and we are doing it along with something else. Everything creates a kind of anxiety. One exam, you are giving two exams in year, and it is not working out properly. So again, for the next exam, you don't know. You have attempted very well. You have uh, answered the questions, but the exam um, exam you have attempted very well, but the you couldn't crack the exam, but it creates an anxiety. Here comes the need for again an structured way. So how can we minimize this anxiety? By seeking support, connecting to the people who have doing the same, or following a coaching pattern or something. You can do it without coaching also, but uh, what I meant is, somebody who is going through the same way or going through the same phase, and sharing things would help you with the anxiety and the preparation. I would say that consistency is the key. No matter how many questions that you have prepared, how many areas that you have covered, there will always be something else, something you don't know. So consistency is the key. Even if you are prepared for the last 1 year, and you haven't cracked the exam, and you are writing the exams again and again, so you need to consistently prepare for the exam, maybe an hour or 2 hour per day. I don't know, in your own way, like I said, some of you might be working, some of you might be studying something else, so it might not be easy for you to do it together, but only thing that is need to be done is consistency, and yeah, self-care. This is not the end of the world, so you need to be taking care of yourself, then only you can prepare well, then only you can concentrate on the study. So managing exam anxiety is as important as studying. So next is who can join the course. This will be explained by Diksha.
So from the chat, I can see like most of you have, or some of you are already working, and some of you are currently pursuing their respective degrees. So this course is basically designed for for those who are currently holding MMSc in psychology, as well as who are in their final year of this postgraduate program. And I think it will be also helpful for those who are in their gap year and they want to kind of have a strategy, or they have already prepared but right now they want some sort of a yeah, I think someone's mic is on. Okay,
Is
so
somebody trying to ask something?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe like some of you are already preparing and they are almost in their final stage of their preparation, and they are going to give the upcoming exam that are like already there. So if you want to have a clarity about where you are standing, and if you want a sort of a revision of whatever you have already learned, so I think this course is also ideal for them. Uh, so it will be helpful because first of all, the material have been curated by those who have already have an RCI license in an MPhil degree, and those who have already been in this journey. So it will help you to connect like how it will basically help you you to like not only learn but how to retrieve the information so that it is useful for your exam. For example, we in our self study we go through many material, but when there is any exam, we don't know, we are not able to relate our learned material with the question or the MCQ that is given. So for that, some sort of an guidance, some sort of an uh, understanding about like to fill those gap area is needed. So it will this course will be helpful in that way. Moreover, there are some PYQs which have been collected from different institution, and this course also give you a sort of a roadmap about the vast syllabus. So yeah, the coursework usually involve a 1 hour course, 1 hour 1 hour per day, which will be presented in a structured manner, and also recording will also be provided. So if someone is working for them, it will be very useful to learn in their own pace, as well as kind of have a uh, timeline about where they are currently standing with respect to the coursework. And of course there will be some mock test, topic wise, as well as there will so these are broadly the areas that we are going to cover in this course. So I'm not going to read them one by one, but you can just see the overall course structure. And also, like, there would be some MCQ. So there will be MCQ after 2-3 weeks, and there will be final MCQ, which will simulate the original exam that you are going to appear. So this will be really useful because it will not only test what you have learned, but how you are going to, like, kind of appear in the exam, because many exam involve negative marking. So you need to have this understanding ki how much answer you would be giving with respect to the guesswork, and how much answer you will be confidently giving. So those things actually matter when you actually practice the mock test. So personally, when I was preparing for my MPhil, I have also gathered material from different sources, but one thing that was helpful was that I myself have maintained a sort of a like a compilation of notes about those MCQ, about those MCQ which I would frequently find it hard to attempt, or frequently I would like miss answer. Like, I know the answer, but I would answer something else, or the option I choose for the answer is similar to the correct answer. So for that, I used to make an elaborate notes about those MCQs. And after doing that for like 3 weeks, or like after practicing some amount of MCQ, I could recognize my gap areas. Okay, so this is a part which I need to read thoroughly. So MCQ also have given me a kind of what do I say, like a reflection about where I am standing and what are my gap areas in my preparation. So because when we are studying, we like, as a student, like when we are revising any material, or when we are going through the material, at the time of studying we feel, oh, this to we know already, this is something I already know. But but same material, when we are attempting in the form of an MCQ, we miss the answer, or we guess it incorrectly, or we choose an answer which is very similar to the correct answer. So since this course has over, I think, 5,000 MCQ, this will actually help to kind of identify your gap areas, and the areas, not the paper I would say, but the areas where you need to focus more deeply and need to have more clarity. So those so this is some of the ways you can utilize this coursework, and how you can like kind of enhance your self study. Okay, I think this is all about it. Anything you want to add?
Um, so we'll be moving for question and answer session. And in the comment box, someone asked about the CAP exam. CAP, in my knowledge, haven't released any entrance exam notification as of now. And about the Swikar, we need.
Pending.
Huh. Also, it's the information is pending. We doesn't have clear information about it. And yeah, like she said, for me also the uh, is the slide visible? Yeah, like she said, I also had difficulty in structuring or putting the materials together. I personally was preparing for either NET or GRF or MPhil for like 1 year. After masters, I had attempted for MPhil entrance exam as a
Nigga.
fresher. Hello. Okay. As a fresher, just after masters, and I have also appeared for the entrance exam as a someone who is working, and then after after complete 6 months of preparation, I would not say coaching. I have, although I didn't chose coaching for MPhil entrance examination. I had taken coaching for JRF, so I would say that had helped me. But of course, along with that, I had more focus on the MCQs questions, and I remember like I have done like 7,000 plus. Sorry, I think somebody's mic is on. So yeah, I have attempted 7,000 plus questions, because we know that after each exam we are lacking in some or the other area. It's not just no, um, not just knowing the
Nigga, shut the
question,
fuck up.
not just knowing the question, but also uh, knowing each
Oh my
option is
yes.
important. Detail, not just knowing, but just detail information about each option is important. Then only we can differentiate this one or that one. So I would say practicing MCQ is the most important part for preparing for the exam. And of course, along with that, you need to read a lot, going through different books or materials that might give you information, more and more information about each and every subject. So that is something that helped me. And we'll be moving for question and answer session. You can unmute the mic and ask questions, or you can ask it in the comment. Any kind of queries you have.
Yeah, so some of you can ask question either by unmuting or like typing it on the chat. So one of the key
Nigga
takeaway that we
money.
can
Hi. Nigga. Nobody's buying your shit ass course, bitch ass.
what
Nobody's
question?
buying this shit. You're not going to be successful.
If somebody is trying to speak, it's not clear.
So one of the major takeaway that we can like discuss is that alongside the self preparation that we do, if we have some sort of a structure and we have some form of a strategy which kind of uh, give us a timeline or help us to gauge our own gap area and what are our strengths, that is more helpful because that actually uh, because there are some days where we might feel frustrated about even we have tried so much or like we have learned, we have covered the syllabus, but still those lacuna or those gap area may actually at the time of exam where we are so much stress under so much anxiety, we make those silly mistake. So having a mindset ki okay, you are going through, like even if you practice MCQ from any source, if you have this mindset ki whether you are going to attempt based on a guesswork or you are attempting based on your, like you have you are completely sure about the answer, there are a lot of things that goes uh, behind that thinking or decision making. So practicing MCQ actually help uh, to refine the decision making. Like when we can do the guesswork, when we can just leave two answer, because the cutoff, we miss cutoff by 1 mark point point something something marks, so which is very frustrating as a student. So that is one thing. Secondly, as Ajanya has said, it's not only about what question and what answer, it's also what are the option available, because the other option can also create a stage for different or some similar questions. So we should be also acquainting ourselves with the option in those questions. And yeah, I think these are some of the things that we would like to highlight. And any question, any queries you can ask. Mm.
So one have asked a question, what are all the sources we can?
Okay. For the
Why
list
did
of
you
institute,
redeem
I think
it?
some.
Why did you redeem it? Why did you redeem it? You fucking Pajit. You guys stink.
So one question is, what are the sources we can rely on self-study? Um,
Okay. First of all, somebody asked ki, what are the list of the institutes? So there is one list. I think I can share it in the group, and you can see that list. And for this so
materials, I would say there is no such one material or one book that covers the entire thing. Uh, for the first areas of general psychology, like sensation, perception, learning, memory, we can, like, whatever we have used in the bachelor's and master's time would be helpful. Along with that, it is better to go through the original textbooks. For general psychology, books like Themes and Variations or Morgan's would be helpful. And for cognitive psychology, there are many books available specifically for cognitive psychology. And human development and personality, there are Papale and other books available. And social psychology, we know there is
yeah.
Barron social psychology. And personality, there is Hall and Lindsay. And uh, if I can say the name of books like this, but um, it won't be helpful. It is not practical to list each and every book like this. So
So
these are some of the major books, and that will help us. And there is biological basis is also very much important. And abnormal psychology, there is Butcher, Carlson and Butcher. And for biological psychology, there is Kalat. And statistics and research, there is AK Singh. These are the main books. You can also go refer to some other books that you are familiar during your masters or bachelors. And one book I would say um, that helped me personally was, there is an MPhil Clinical Psychology entrance examination book by Amit Panwar that has helped me personally, along with other materials. Not just that, along with other materials. So I would say for self study, you will have to go through different materials for different subjects. And other person
so
have asked.
overall, like one thing you can do, like you can pick one general psychology book of your choice, either Cicerelli Morgan and King.
Nigamani, hi,
and
Nigamani.
and after that you can
Nigga,
like
fuck you, nigga,
focus
fuck
on the
you.
areas which you feel you need to study in more detail. uh, for abnormal and clinical psychology you can also go you can apart from Carson Butcher you can also study Nitin Shetty and Neeraj Ahuja, and that that would be particularly helpful. Uh, if there is any specific like focus area you would like to discuss more, then you can ask.
There is one more question that asked, if will we get any PDF of MCQs or any study materials if we join the course? Yes, there is MCQ package also available, and you will be practicing and you will be getting the materials, the classes. We will have the PPTs and live classes, and the recorded classes would also be available in the website along with the material, the slides or PPTs that we will be going through. Then another question is, should we
Yes.
focus more on research method?
Yes, research method and statistics are very much important. Like in every entrance exam, be it like there are many questions that are being asked from statistics and research methodology. Uh, Even IHBAS has also have considerable weightage in these two areas. So this is something we may not skip. So even if you qualify for like if you even if you qualify the MCQ round in interview also, they might ask basic question related to research methodology and statistics. So you may not do the numericals in detail, but you need to have a rough idea mostly about the research design, type of statistic, parametric, non-parametric, validity, reliability. Those are very important.
One another question is, how should we study full reference books? Uh, I know it's a bit difficult, and it's not practical to read every book and each and every topics. So I would suggest to read whatever topics you feel important. Some chapters would be more important than the others. So you focus on the based on net syllabus. Mostly based on net syllabus, you go through the topics that is most important in the syllabus and chapters that would be most important, and make notes while reading or going through the material, so that you won't have to go through the books again and again. You would have a comprehensive material on your own.
So I would also like to answer this question. So first of all, you are asking about the reference book. So as I have already said, ki you can start with basic psychology book like Cicerelli or Morgan and King, and you need to be thorough. You can pick any of this book based on your preference, and if you feel like you need to focus more in some areas based on your performance in your MCQ and based on your performance in test, then you can go for more refined book and books related to this specific topic. So you don't have to read the entire book for all the topic. You can focus on the foundation book, and based on your gap area and areas that you need to focus more, you can choose accordingly. And there also you need to choose topic wise. For example, in cognitive psychology and like lifespan development, you can mostly focus on the intelligence chapter, perception chapter. And in from lifespan development you can focus, like I remember initial chapter of Laura Burke, that book. So you don't have to go through the entire book. You can focus the topics which are recurring, like which comes repeatedly. So you when you practice you will understand, okay, these are the topics which come repeatedly, so I need to read them in detail because the question are being asked in some way or the other from this topic only. So you can focus on the topic. So you don't go book, you should go by the topic.
So, is there any other questions? How do we approach indirect questions efficiently? So, for that, again, I would say practice MCQs more. When I say practice MCQs, not just reading the question and answering it. It's like I said, going through each and every choices. And if your answer is wrong, you go through each of the options and why it is wrong. Read about each one. So then you will get a idea of what kind of questions, even the indirect way, what kind of questions can in a particular area. For example, in social psychology, in the experiments, there are a lot of experiments in social psychology, and if you have attempted 200 or 500 or 1000 questions in social psychology, you attempting 200 questions would be different from attempting 1000, of course. So if you're attempting 1000, then you will get an idea of what kind of questions, either direct or indirect, what kind of questions can be asked from this particular topic or about this experiments. In that way you can approach the indirect questions.
Also, so how can you approach the indirect questions? So first of all, when you will practice, you will know okay, what are the repeated themes or answer. Even if the question is asked in a different way, these are the themes which is mostly come. So you can do a guesswork based on the themes or probable answer. And secondly, you can cancel out the options which are not likely to uh, be the correct one. So you can go either like canceling the option which are less likely to be correct, and
Based
uh,
on themes.
based on the themes.
Any other query?
Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you were talking about how, I asked a question where how do we manage all the reference books, and you answered saying that first start with Cicerelli and then I got disconnected. Can you repeat it again?
I'm sorry, the voice is not clear.
You
Madhulika?
Yeah, is it better now?
Yeah,
Yes,
yes,
yes.
yes.
Can you repeat how do we study all the reference book again? Like you told, study Cicerelli and wherever you're not doing, I got disconnected. Can you repeat that again?
Yeah. So, what I said ki you can start with basic psychology book, be it Cicerelli or Morgan and Key. Okay. And side by side, you also practice the MCQ. So you will know the pattern while reading as well as doing the answer, solving the answer. You will know ki there will some area while reading you find it very easy, but when it comes to giving answer in MCQ, if there is like you do it wrong or you miss the answer, like you guess the second answer which is closest to the correct answer, है ना? So you need to do that simultaneously, the basic books and the MCQ. And after like practicing, you will have an idea, okay, these are the areas which I need to focus. So based on the topic, you can go and read that topic in the book rather than reading the entire book and like having like anxiety, okay, I haven't completed the entire book, I need to read this many chapters from this. So you go topic wise. This if you follow this approach, then it will feel more manageable. Okay, because there will be some areas in which you will be good, there will be some areas where you are good but you are attempting it wrong, and then there will be some areas where you are finding you are wrong every time. So you need to read accordingly. You 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 may not go on reading the entire book because that won't be possible.
So,
So you
ma'am
should.
is saying go with the general Cicerelli. Like, for example, we can use Cicerelli and then
Mhm.
simultaneously read all the topics and topic wise solve the MCQs to know where you're not doing well, right?
Yes, based on your performance, based on your subjective performance. For example, if I'm weak in social psychology and when I read the social psychology book, I might find it very easy. But when I attempt it, I always make mistake. So that is a signal. Okay, from where I have read, may not I haven't got some conceptual clarity. So I may change the group change the book, or I may read the book again. So that way you will have the clarity. So there should be to and fro approach to your like preparation. You just cannot go on reading and reading. You should have a clarity about where you are lacking, where you need more, where you need to revisit, where you have forgotten. Like initially you have to answer very properly, but now because you are out of practice, you are doing it wrong. So you need to have this clarity.
Um, One person had asked about the course fee before. I don't know if Sonali is still here. It's the course fee is 10,000. Like the in India, MPhil clinical psychology entrance coaching is pretty much expensive, and many of the institutes have providing it in a huge amount. And we are providing our course under 10,000 rupees, and the course is taken by MPhil MPhil clinical psychologist, or recognized by RCI's licensed person, or MPhil clinical psychology trainee. But the course fee, uh, for the people, there is an offer price also for the people who is joining to the course today itself, will get it on an offer price of 4,999. I will put the link for the website in the comment box. For those who are interested, please check the comment box. And also, um, people who are interested in joining the course, can you please comment in the comment box as interested or just I? I'll uh, I'll just brief it again about the course. There would be 1 hour online sessions, and the online sessions and the recorded classes would be available in the website, and there would be a mentor for you to if you have any queries or any kind of doubts, to clear the doubts. There would be a mentor, and yeah, there is an MCQ package also available. I have shared the link in the comment section. Is there any other questions?
Is there a fee, ma'am, that we have to pay?
I'm sorry.
Ma'am, is there
Yes.
a fee that we have to pay?
The question is not clear.
Is there any amount of money that we're supposed to pay to take this course?
Fee that, yeah, I just mentioned about the fee. The course fee is 10,000, but for those who are joining today itself, there is an offer price of 4,999, and for within that you will be getting the online live classes and the material and the MCQs. And there is an MCQ package as well available. Any other queries? So one person have asked how much time does it usually takes to crack the exam, and how many hours should I study daily for the next 1.5 month? To be honest, there is no specific answer to that question. It depends, it varies from person to person, and it depends on how much exams you have appeared before, or how much you have studied before for the exams, how much questions that you have prepared earlier, or are you whether you are studying or working. All of these things, it depends on all of these things. But I can say, if you want to prepare within 1.5 months, you would have to give uh, complete time for this. You can't, I don't think, it's my opinion personally, I don't know about others. If you only, if you are setting a deadline of 1.5 months, you will have to give your complete time for studying and MCQs. Otherwise it won't be possible. And cracking the exam also, it varies for some people. It is um, they just crack the exam within 1.5 months or 2 months. For some people it is 1 year. For some people it is 2, 3, or 5 years. I personally know people who have been trying for the exams, appearing for the exams, and studying for it for the past 5 years. So yeah, it varies.
Also, like cracking the exam, and if you're eligible to crack the exam is two different thing. Lot of people are actually eligible, but they miss by some point. So it's very, like, there is hard work also, but partly there is also how you approach the exam. So it's very tricky question to answer and have a pinpoint to, like, how many hour you need to give.
Any other questions? Okay, I think we can wind up the session in 3 minutes. If there is no other queries, please stop, please.
uh it will be difficult to type the list of book, but I can say it one more time. uh for example,
For
general psychology, you can focus on Cicerelli, Barron,
Barron,
Morgan and King.
and
uh
social psychology,
Psychology.
you can focus on Barron. These are some of the main books that we are talking about. Of course, you can refer to something that you are familiar with. Research and statistics, like Diksha have mentioned in the comment, A.K. Singh is there. And for personality, there is Hall and Lindsay. Um, then abnormal psychology, there is Butcher, Ahuja, synopsis of psychiatry. Of course, there is ICD and DSM. Once you get into the course, you would you should have a thorough idea of the ICD. And for biological psychology, there is Kalat, and for developmental psychology, there is Papale. These are some of the major books, but you can go to others also. Anything else? I think uh, I think it's time to wind up the session. So we hope there are no other queries. Those